What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all come in the building. Let me know if you can hear me though. Um, I'm in the airport. Just got to San Francisco, but I need to make sure my audio is good. So let me know in the chat right now if you can hear me or not. Trying to figure this out. I'll wait on somebody to respond in the chat. Let me know if you hear me in the chat. Oh boy, the people out of frame. Yes. Okay. Good. Breaking news: the Dolphins hire Sean Duggan as new defensive coordinator. Uh, Anthony Weaver out of there, man. Anthony Weaver is gone. Here's the deal: they were gonna fire Anthony Weaver, but they were hoping he got a head coaching job, in my opinion, so that dignify. He's a good DC, but it's not their guy. So they were hoping he got the job so they could say, "Oh, we lost Weaver, so we're gonna hire this guy." But now that all the jobs are filled and Weaver didn't get it, they've officially let him go. So he's been terminated because he's just not their guy. It's not the identity of what they're trying to bring in, right? Um, yeah, I'm in the airport right now for those who are asking. I just got to San Francisco to cover the football, the NFL. Oh, Dan and all them over there talking to Albert Breer right now. If you don't know who Albert Breer is, look him up. But yeah, they over there chatting with him. He was on their flight. This is normal. All the media show up, and everybody network and talk to everybody. But they over there kicking it with them. But I had to drop this one real quick. Don't forget, this stream is being powered by Sleeper. Take advantage of a $100 deposit match up to $100 using code TD PHINS. All right. Also, cover. Don't forget to get into those free entries. I've been telling y'all about that for the longest, man. I got you covered for Super Bowl, and Cover got you covered in your financial life. So make sure you get in on Covered. Get in on the contest, though. Free entries for the San Marino jersey. So TV fans, use the link in the description of the video. You'll be taken good care of. All right. What up, Mr. Relentless? I just see this information. He wasn't a good DC for us. Yeah, yeah, but I mean, he ain't a bad DC, but he ain't all that. That's all that was. Um, but yeah, man. But yeah, I'm gonna be taking y'all with me on this experience this week, Super Bowl week, trying to get y'all as much footage as I possibly can of what goes on Super Bowl week. I enjoy them because it's a lot of fun. I mean, honestly, it's really being in the same vicinity with all the heavy hitters, media, all around the world, all the big names. They're all in one place, and you're all on an equal footing as far as like access and everything. You get to go, work with these guys and actually get in the trenches to get your questions in and all of that stuff. The experience is always amazing. I love this experience. Um, TD, are you going to give us a background report on him? Yeah. I got to break it all down. I just wanted to go live to make sure I announce the news. We're going to talk about Sean Duggan, and I'm going to tell you what I think about it. But I'm going to be honest. This entire staff they put together, I kind of uniformly think the same thing. And obviously, they're getting a lot of their guys that they know and trust and seeing what they can build over here in Miami. But yeah, we're definitely going to break it down. Um, do y'all see the mock drafts? The latest mock drafts, I've seen two mock drafts. They don't have the Dolphins taking Ty Simpson. One of them has the Rams taking him at 13. And then there's another mock draft that has the Steelers taking Ty Simpson at 21. Based off of the information that I was given, the Dolphins love him. Now, do they love him enough to take him at 11? You'll see, but they love him a lot. They love him as a prospect in Miami for the future. So I'm going to keep my eye on that situation because it doesn't get more credible than what I was able to the information I was able to get. But at the same token, this is early in the process, and you can love a guy, you can want a guy, but there's 2 more months where they got to figure out if that's going to be the decision they make. But the more I look at the film, the more I see the upside. There's some raw things that need to be addressed, but I see the upside in Ty Simpson, man. Don't forget you interview Mac Hollins. Come on, man. I'll probably interview him 3 times. Don't listen. You're gonna be working hard during the day. You're gonna be interviewing these guys and all of that. But I'm gonna get some exclusive stuff, and I'm gonna post the interviews right here on the channel. And go check out Roundtable Sports. On Roundtable Sports, we're gonna be posting all the interviews of everybody. Okay. If it's Dolphins related, like a Mac Hollins or somebody y'all remember that I don't, that might be involved, you just let me know, and I'll make sure that I work hard to get that done. All right. Did we bring back Mac? No. No. Mac is in the Super Bowl, and I'll be interviewing him this week. So yeah. Um, Santa Clara. Are you staying in San Francisco or Santa Clara? Both. Okay. All the events are in San Francisco. The game is in Santa Clara. So for those who don't know, the Super Bowl is in Santa Clara, but everything related to the Super Bowl, every event, all week, players staying and everything is in San Francisco, 35 to 40 minutes north of Santa Clara. So that's what's happening. And all the media, everybody's going to be in San Francisco. Now, some people staying over in Santa Clara because it might be a little cheaper until the weekend. Man, these rooms are like $2,000 in Santa Clara every night on the weekend. So it's crazy. I mean, they were already expensive to begin with. So yeah. What airport you at? San Francisco. I live in San Francisco too. Dude. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie, it's beautiful. I love the hills. Do I call them mountains or hills? They big enough to be a mountain, but is it just considered a hill? Those are mountains. If you live in San Francisco, you got to tell me what's the correct terminology. Are these mountains or hills? You said hills. I don't know. They baby mountains. These look like baby mountains, man. Oh man, TD's doing it big. Respect, bro. This is Roundtable Sports, man. It's a company we build. So we just keep trying to build and grow and be like every other network and get to these places and cover it. This ain't easy, man. We put a lot of work in throughout the year to get to this point to where we try to make sure we're not losing money. So, and these are expensive. Like this Super Bowl stay probably, yeah, it's expensive. I mean, but every media outlet paying their way to be here. NFL don't say, "Hey, we want you to come. Here's $15,000 for your hotel and stuff." They don't do that. So every media outlet got to pay, and same thing with Roundtable Sports. So um, we build, and that's why we do all we can throughout the year to make sure that our network is present in the Super Bowl. We just closed out Senior Bowl. Go to Roundtable Sports, you'll see all of our Senior Bowl coverage. We just closed out Senior Bowl. Um, and we're right into Super Bowl now. And then we will have the combine that we have to attend in 2.5 week, no, 4 week, 3.5 weeks, the combine. And then we have the draft in April that we have to attend. So those are the main four things that we try to attend every year as a network, just like every network and have our presence and our coverage. All right. So thanks to each and every one of y'all watching the videos, donating, all of that stuff. Um, that's what helps us. That's what helps us. All right. We appreciate y'all. Let me see, TD, I'm just proud of you, bro. The community you built is a one of a kind. Oh man, I can't even finish reading because it went up so fast. And one of my headphones saying is dying, so I don't know my current state right now. And this flight was 6 hours. We cook, bro. Miami Packers, bro. Tank for Mensa. We're gonna get into all the details with the Dolphins. But this week is a week where I just want to hang out with y'all and go live and impromptu to not only share my experience here, but bring y'all with me on the experience. Because even I never forget, like when I worked in corporate America, I'm grinding looking for Dolphins content. I'm an NFL fan, so just like everybody else, there was a point where I'm grinding and working every day in car, driving back and forth to work every day. And these are the things that were going on. And I didn't know how it all worked. So I want to be able to share it with many of y'all. And even if it's just living through me in this experience where you can kind of be here. And like I said, like the airport is crazy right now. Got all these people with signs about Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, and stuff. Um, and you just see media members everywhere. Like I said, they were over there just chatting with Albert Breers, but everybody's flying in today and tomorrow, at least the media, because we got to go pick up our credentials today. If we make it there in time, if not, we'll go tomorrow morning. And then we got to get to work. We have a whole slated itinerary for the Super Bowl all week. We got to go to work. We got to hurry up and be one of the first ones to get to these meetings, to get to these activities, to get to these ceremonies, to get to these players interviews and get to the community events and cover them. But this reminds me of last year. So we're not going to do it this year. We can leave here and drive 45 minutes and cover the teams arriving on their planes. So we have access to that too, where they go to a private airport, but we have access to it because of our credentials. And you get to see them land, them coming off of the plane and getting on their buses and all of that. So last year, I don't know if y'all remember, I don't even know if we were live, but me and Richie, this is in New Orleans. We were driving around the airport for like an hour trying to figure out where it was. And when we finally figured out where it was, we got out, but we got out in a parking lot that was the wrong one. And this was an abandoned airport, by the way. But they flew in there. That's how private it is. It was abandoned. It's like a big international airport that's old. It was abandoned. And but they still flew them in there, so it will be private, and all the state police and everything lined up everywhere to guard it. But I'll never forget that because we were walking for like an hour trying to figure out where they were. And when we finally figured it out, they had already landed, deboarded, got on their bus, and we only got to film them driving away. And then we watching all the media coming out of where we should have been in the first place. So it was crazy. It was like the biggest waste of time for me and Richie. We like spent 3.5 hours trying to hit that event. So we had to hurry up and leave and go get our credentials. So we ain't gonna be chasing them this time. It's our second year, so we know better now. We know what to chase and what not to. So hopefully we get done what we need to get done. But yeah, again, I'm just trying to, as much as I can, keep your notifications on because I'll be dropping lives. So today we just get our credentials. We go pick up our credentials today. Um, After that, we're not doing anything because the only two events tonight are the teams flying in, and we're not going to do it. But tomorrow morning, we'll get up and we'll go straight to Radio Row. That's where it opens at 6 a.m. I don't know when we're going to get there, probably 8 or 9, because it's not a rush to get there. But we go to Radio Row. That's where every media outlet and every media personality all go. It's like a massive convention center of just all the setups. All the people you see on TV, they got their whole setup in the room. Everybody next to each other, just going all around. So we walk around, check everybody out, and I'll be live showing y'all some of that experience. Current players show up, coaches, executives walking through because they got interviews that they gotta come to Radio Row to do. But Radio Row is pretty dope. We'll be setting up, and that's where we'll begin. And then tomorrow after Radio Row, we'll be there all morning actually because nothing happens until opening night, which is tomorrow night. So we'll be at Radio Row all day doing streams and everything. And then that night is opening night. It's the opening night ceremony, like last year, where both teams are in one building. It's like an arena, and the crowd's going crazy, and we get to go around and interview the players for opening night on the podium. So, but you're good, you're good. Right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sean Duggan, huh? Yeah. We're gonna break him down later. We'll do a little bit more research. Anywho, man, Richie, Dan, and Kobe, and Justin is still waiting on their luggage over there, and I'm just live while they're waiting on the luggage. Omar and two of theirs are getting nervous. Tua will not take another snap in minutes. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Can't waste number 11 on Simpson TV. If we do, hope he does ball out. But here's my thing. This is where, as a fan, we all have to sit back, humble ourselves, and trust the process. Here's why. I just asked y'all this. If Bo Nix was coming out in this draft and you hadn't seen him in the NFL yet, you would probably be saying the same thing. We can't waste number 11 on Bo Nix. Drake May, we can't waste number 11 on Drake May. You'll probably be saying the same thing about a lot of these guys. Now look at these guys leading their organization. So we got to sit back and trust the process. They want Todd Simpson at 11. They believe they have the guy that has the intangibles that they can turn into a franchise quarterback. Can they? I don't know, but they're going to be given an opportunity to prove yay or nay. So a lot of people are going to say, heck no, not at 11, not at all. Then it's the quarterback position. You have no say. I don't have an opinion anymore on that. I had an opinion on Tua. Don't take him at 5. I was right, but he could have ended up being the greatest thing ever. He didn't. We're gonna all have our opinions, but this is why the general manager get paid the big bucks. This is why the general manager get paid the big bucks. Um, and we will see. And again, they might not even take Todd Simpson. They might not even take Todd Simpson. But based off of what I'm. All right, Albert. Albert Bridge got his bags. He out of here. But Richie, man,
Madeline.
I don't even know where Richie been.
Madeline.
Everybody, they smaller bags like this. Yeah, I like that. We have new leadership and made new changes. Yeah. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, the unknown is more reliable in Miami than the known. Tell me I'm wrong. The I feel better about the unknown in Miami than the known. What I don't know about Miami, I feel better than what I do know. So I'm gonna trust the general manager. Right. Anyway, man, they got their bags. You can get up out of here. Again, y'all go to Roundtable Sports if you want all the covers this week. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace and out.